My brother told me to pack my bags because the house wasn't mine anymore, so I made one phone call. I moved back home after my divorce, not because I wanted to, because I had to. 2 months later, my older brother Ryan moved in too after investing his savings into some crypto disaster. But somehow, I was the embarrassment. At Sunday dinner, in front of our parents, Ryan leaned back in his chair and said, "You know, when mom and dad retire, we should sell this place. Split it 50 to 50. Fresh start." I laughed. "You mean 33, 33, 33? He smirked. "No, I mean 50 to 50. You don't really count, you're just temporary." My mom didn't say anything. My dad just stared at his plate. I should have argued. Instead, I nodded. "Sure," I said. "If that's how you see it." Ryan mistook my calm for defeat. That was his first mistake. 3 weeks later, a realtor showed up at the house. I wasn't told. Ryan had scheduled a valuation appointment. He walked the realtor through every room like he owned it. When they got to the living room, I was sitting on the couch. "This is my brother," Ryan said casually. "He'll be out soon." The realtor gave me an awkward smile. I stood up. "Actually," I said, "he won't." Ryan rolled his eyes. "Dude, we talked about this." "No," I replied calmly. "You talked." He stepped closer. "You don't get a say. It's mom and dad's house." I pulled out my phone. "Not anymore. 2 years ago, when dad had that heart surgery, the hospital bills were massive. Ryan was between opportunities. I was the only one with savings. What nobody knew was that my parents were 3 payments behind on the mortgage. Foreclosure paperwork had already started. Dad begged me not to tell anyone, so I didn't. Instead, I used my entire divorce settlement and quietly bought the house at auction under an LLC. I let them keep living here. No rent, no pride damaged, no one embarrassed. Until now." The realtor's tablet pinged. He frowned. "Clearwater Property Holdings?" he said slowly. "That's the listed owner." Ryan blinked. "Yeah, that's probably the bank or something." I shook my head. "That's me." The room went silent. Mom stood up. "What?" I turned my phone toward them. County property records pulled up. "Owner, Clearwater Property Holdings, LLC. Manager, me." Ryan's face drained of color. "You're lying." "I'm not." Dad finally spoke. His voice was barely above a whisper. "You bought it?" "I saved it," I corrected. Ryan laughed nervously. "Okay, funny joke, but we're selling." "No," I said evenly. "You're not." He stepped toward me, angry now. "You can't just kick family out." "You're right," I said. "I can't." Then I looked him dead in the eyes. "But I can raise the rent." Mom gasped. Ryan sputtered. "Rent? I'm your brother, and I've been your landlord for 2 years," I replied calmly. The realtor quietly packed up his tablet and left. Smart man. That night, Ryan pounded on my bedroom door. "You planned this?" "No," I said. "I protected this." "You made me look stupid." I shrugged. "You did that yourself." He didn't speak to me for a week. Dad eventually knocked on my door. "I didn't want them to know," he said. "I know." He looked older somehow. "Thank you," he added quietly. Ryan still lives here, but now he pays rent. On time. Every month. And every time he hands me the envelope, I remember that dinner table. "Pack your bags," he'd said. "Funny thing about houses, you should check who owns them before you try to sell one."